mean to cut you off. This is freaking awesome. Like, this is really awesome.
Huge Harry Potter fan.
Talking props, yeah, we talk a lot. So tune in and see what we got. We chillin' at Doc's, a rebel scum. It's a prop party, so come get some. Bust open the brew, who knew? These three dudes could bring it harder than a record crew. We prop makers, love lightsabers. R2D2, it's nice to meet you. Neil, Brian, Armando, don't be alarmed. Yo, they got the cargo with real movie knowledge. You think you got that? It's time for the show. Sit back and watch them. I can't stay.
Armando, we're starting if you want to do shit. What? Hey. You're Trooper Trent.
I am.
I know you.
I am.
Alright, everybody. We are in the awesome prop room.
Trying to be.
And I'm telling you, there is so much cool stuff everywhere around here. Oh yeah, you can see me in the reflection. That's poor channel work. Alright, dude. Hey, take us through
my Harry Potter collection.
All the cool stuff.
Huge Harry Potter fan.
Harry Potter fan.
Loved all 10 movies.
That's Voldemort. No, that's Voldemort.
Hermione.
Yeah.
I think what we really kind of want to know is who the makers are.
Yeah. So, so my helmet collection, I'm trying to grow it. I thought maybe I would have room for 8 or 9 over here. So we're gonna...
Funky, you're a Star Wars fan.
Yeah, why don't you...
Can you name all these things? Or
of course I can.
Like, this is Captain Picard.
Worf.
This is Worf. Yeah, there you go.
This is my Deanna Troy.
He's a
yes.
Star Trek too. All right, anyway, sorry I interrupted, but
all right. So no, this is a EFX limited edition. Didn't really want to spring for the extra however many $100 for the legend just to have the little. We're not going to go into the Sea Scar discussion.
Oh, feel free to go.
Yeah. So
how much tape do you have?
What's just in a nutshell, if you can, what's the big difference between this and the high dollar one?
That is a high dollar one. It's just not the high dollar one. Well, so as far as
and the show
commercially, as far as commercially available, officially licensed high dollar ones, their EFX had the Legend Edition, which was supposed to be hand painted and hand weathered to match the original, and it didn't. So I got the second tier, which is like a kind of an as first built or cleaner. What people think they remember seeing on the screen as opposed to all the pop marks and scratches.
Sure.
So there's kind of a balance between an actual prop replica, because the real things in the movies look like shit. Sure. They look like crap, up close. But this was back in the
So you kind of got like an idealized version.
Yeah. So what? As a kid, what do I remember? What do I remember seeing versus what I actually? Because I mean, if you look at an actual story, I mean, there's pimples and bubbles and all kinds of wonkiness on it.
Bad spacing, bad paint.
Right. Exactly. So, but then you kind of run that balance at the same time. The Boba Fett's characterized by his scratches and paint chips. So if you don't take the care to do it right, it looks wrong. Mm. Same thing with the way these things were casted. They were hand sculpted. Brian Weir, casted that or sculpted it with clay, so it's not symmetrical. It's got people's faces aren't symmetrical. Mm-hmm. So it's kind of it's got its own character, and you recognize it as a face. If you were to like symmetric, symmetry. Symmetry. If you were to add symmetry,
You're gonna fit right in with talking props.
If you were to add
Symmetrical
symmetry,
eyes. That's right.
it would look wrong. The same way as if you took a mirror image of your face, I would know it was you, but it wouldn't look like you.
Sure.
Kind of thing. So, anyway, it's cast off of the Rick Baker molds, but it doesn't have the pock marks and the scratches and supposed stuff. So, Anovos. I've got the armor up in the attic, and I don't know if I'll ever put it together because I've been there, done that.
I'm the same
Back
way.
in the 501st days.
That box was awesome.
I bought it at Celebration because it was $300.
Yeah.
The box sits in the corner of my office.
I had it right here for a year and a half.
Yep.
When you want to sell it? When you want to sell it?
Okay. Godzilla kit, awesome. I would have, if I would know what it was going to look like when I got done, I would have made a couple of changes, but other than that, I mean...
It looks great.
Brilliant. I mean, I did that in a single day. It's a one-day build.
It looks great.
Sandman, awesome.
That's the maker, Sandman.
Yeah.
Okay, because you don't want to, you don't want
Sorry.
people to think that...
Sand person,
There you go.
Same person. Same.
Tusken Raider,
Made by...
Godzilla,
There you go.
Bosch, Bosch,
Okay.
Bosch.
Bosch, Boosh? I don't know.
I don't think anybody knows.
Leia in that one scene where the carbonite dude unfreezes and she sneaks in
Yes.
and the fat dude.
Cross-dressing
turns her
Leia.
into it.
Yes.
Okay.
Made by Sandman on the RPF.
There you go.
Excellent cast, resin cast. Quick paint job, dirtied up, matched it with some of the shots. Add some greeblies on here and get the leather wet. Strap, glue it down, trim it off, dirty it. You're done. It's got a light kit.
That is
fantastic.
Yeah.
super cool.
Now take a look. There's a closer look.
And we can see patented
Oh yeah, patent pending.
Trooper Trent.
Patent pending 2001.
What would you call that again?
Robotic horse penis.
Okay, there you
helmet
go.
stands.
You know what? Why don't you tell us just real quick how these were made?
This is
So I wanted to hang my helmets on the wall.
Okay.
and it
because
looks amazing.
I
by
don't
the way.
have a lot of space.
Okay.
And they don't make wall-mounted helmet stands. I found one guy who had some acrylic laser cut things. They were like $60 a piece, and he wasn't even answering his emails. So I thought, you know what, screw it. I'll go to Home Depot, figure something out. So I grabbed some plumbing pieces, a couple 45-degree angles, a shower drain. I think the total was like $10.
For each one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Screwed it together. So it ends up being like $8 because you can make 2 of them out of the same PVC pipe.
I
Just
see.
gotta get the couplers. Screwed them together, spray painted them with some just kind of a stainless steel, hammered steel looking spray paint, and just stuck them on.
They look great.
This goes
Great.
along with Armando's.
There's a tutorial on the RPF to show you exactly how to do it, including when you should stop and take a beer break.
Awesome.
That's important here. But this goes along with Armando's kind of premise that the display is like
Is almost as important as the prop.
80% of the prop, right?
Once again, it's you can take a really bad prop and it may not
Light
be
it
accurate, and it may be cheap, but you put it in a really nice display case and you can make a really kind of mediocre prop.
Yeah. All right. So, Don Post.
But we could put all Don Post by vinyls up there, and it would
No, that wouldn't help.
Probably still look bad.
Anyway,
No,
so
I think it's awesome.
Fet Pride, painted by me. I used the stencil method where we took the PDF image of all the scrapes and scratches and paint chips from the Denon helmet. Those guys are amazing. Did a really meticulous job on recreating the paint masking steps, and turn those into vector files and then etch them out with the vinyl cutter. You lay down your base coat, stick it on, spray it with silver, pull it off. There you go, instant scratches that are accurate. So then you could kind of follow it up with your extra colors and weathering and dirtying it up and that sort of thing. Classic action, Don Post tie helmet from my friend Mark Miller, Ogie Ben Dogie. Whoop whoop! Shout out to Mark. Gave me that in a trade for a routing table. He
Nice.
wasn't using that. I wasn't using the routing table.
I've got a routing table if you need one.
Wow.
And I could trade you for that.
Okay. Hang my routing table on the wall.
Yeah, hang your routing table.
We're making deals.
Luke, Red 5 X-Wing from the Darth Hare. Little known guy on the RPF. He's got an RPF account, but he doesn't post much. I found him on YouTube several years ago, and compared to the other guys that were making the X-Wing fighter helmet kits. His was more robust and inclusive. It comes with the trim, the microphone, he's got a custom padding.
Can you
the
get a
visor
close-up?
slides up.
Can you get a close up of the padding because
Oh, yeah.
the padding is phenomenal.
He's got custom molded earpieces. I mean, the inside of the padding is not screen accurate, but it looks amazing. It
Sure.
kind of helps finish out the kit. So I think I paid $150 for this. I want to say he may have kind of bumped him up to $175 just because he told me once after I'd ordered this one that all of a sudden he started getting a whole bunch of orders. I said, well, it's because I posted on the RPF that everybody's asking where I got it. So hopefully he's doing good with those. He offers the decal sets for pretty much any of the Indy versions, Wedge, all of them. Red 5, Red 9, Red Fox, Red October,
Simply
Red, Big Red. And then going up here, Novos, the cheap version, $250. Master replicas.
The cheap
Master replicas. These I think I got those for $299. They're selling on eBay now for upwards of $1,000 each now. You can find
wow.
them.
Now this one right here, I didn't know
Which
this,
one?
but that's my favorite. The training room.
Oh, the training
That's my
room.
favorite.
I wish I could get that to work for you right now.
But this, there's a thread that I remember. You guys might remember it too. It's a magnetic, levitating globe
Yeah.
that Trent converted into a training remote that
Yeah.
levitates.
There was a
Which-
thread of somebody saying, I really wish we could have one that hovered. And then somebody tried to do it. They said it can't be done. Somebody else tried to do it. They said it can't be done. I was like, you guys are going about it all wrong. So I went and I had one of those and I took it apart, added some foam bits to it to make sure that it didn't, the net weight wasn't bigger than what it started with. So it's not accurate. It's all made out of chapstick caps and bubbles. When you blow bubbles, little lids from those things and craft foam. But it works. I mean, it doesn't work right now. But if I were to turn it on, it would work.
But it works, and we can tell it's a training
Yeah,
remote.
yeah. And so yeah, it'll spin. And I had a video on YouTube. Got a whole lot of negative comments about why would you? I mean, just non-Star Wars. Why? Because it was public.
Sure.
Why would you do that? So I took it off.
There's nothing on YouTube that doesn't get negative comments.
So then we got Madrid Boba, awesome C-3PO. He actually can weather that paint. The back of it's got an oil spot that looks just like the one on the back. Then you've got Zorg, the awesome 2-1B kit
Oh yeah.
with a real Shure
Real
mic.
mic?
Yep.
Oh man.
Shure 55 mic. Nobody knows what the inner stuff is. Everybody kind of just guesses. I used an acrylic paint bottle, turned upside down, wrapped in tape, and then wrapped a coil of wire around it.
Looks good to me.
I'm gonna go ahead and say screen accurate.
And then as far as these guys, nobody knew what they were. I took apart a pin, a retractable pin that had this shape, and this shape on it. And it was very close. It was like, close enough.
Yeah.
There you go.
So stuck them on there. There
You're
we
a
go.
prop builder.
Yep.
I just realized as you're saying the name of the 3PO manufacturer, the names are very confusing.
Yeah.
I'm really glad you.
It's
I'm
kinda like-
really glad you had us
Yeah.
go through here because it's like, hey,
Plausible.
Sandman makes the Bosch, and
Right.
Godzilla makes the Sandman, and
It's plausible
at
deniability.
least Fett Pride makes the Fett, right? So
The suits from LFL come down on you. Madrid Boba, Sandman. Uh,
I did not
yeah.
do anything to that
Who's that
3PO.
guy?
Who made the Sandman? Godzilla. Who made the Bosch? Sandman. All right,
Oh
then
my
we've got the old ugly MR $99 one. At least it was. What do they call it? PCR, the precision cast
Yeah.
replica. So it's symmetrical, not accurate at all. I was going to dirty that one up and make a sand.
I love the way
Sand Trooper out of it?
it's perfect, therefore not good.
Perfect, therefore it sucks. Exactly, yeah. If you're not wonky, if you don't have this little warp here, if you're not shifted in on this side, if you don't have that.
I didn't know, and this shows how kind of terrible I am. I actually wrote a Novos and go, my helmet's messed up.
You're one of those guys.
I'm like, look at this ear, the eye hole.
You
it
are-
does not even look.
That is the,
I bet you got a really embarrassing response.
No, they didn't even respond.
that is
Like-
the
like, this
exact
guy's-
dilemma that replica and licensed props makers have
Oh, yeah.
with you're talking about these elite super snob person that if it doesn't have this little chip and this warp right here, it's garbage and I don't want it. And then you've got the other person that says, this is not what I remember seeing on screen. This is ugly. Why does it look like crap?
The eye holes are
Yeah.
really, really wonky though, and I was
See,
not.
me personally, I would rather go with an idealized version, which is that one over there, as opposed to being completely accurate.
Yeah, me
because
To an extent.
99% of the people that would walk into my prop room, they're gonna go, "Oh man, you're not a very good prop builder because you couldn't get this right."
It's not straight. Yes.
So when you tell people, well, this is the way it's supposed to look, you know that they're thinking in the back of their minds, yeah, it's a bullshit excuse. You
Yeah.
just couldn't do the job properly.
Well, that's kind of
Sure.
why I have both, because now you got a story to tell.
Sure.
You've got, so this is what you remember seeing. This is what it actually
Well,
looked like.
yes.
And here's why. And here's all the
Got
cool
all the
little.
bases
But
covered.
it goes back to what I was saying about facial recognition and it being symmetrical. If you're used to seeing it on screen, and all of a sudden you see a symmetrical version, it looks wrong.
Yeah.
And you don't know why, but it does. Rubies. Oh my God.
Spectacular.
Oh my God. Rubies actually did something right.
This
I'm
is-
not a fan of rubies. I don't know anybody that is. They have a Supreme
Neil,
edition,
put your hand down.
Oh, sorry.
a Supreme edition of Vader, like
Your girl guard.
$1,000. Stormtrooper is like $1,000,
Deluxe.
more expensive than the Innovos, and it looks like ass. But their Royal Guard Supreme Edition is fantastic. It's fiberglass. I'm assuming it's because there's no undercuts. It's a simple mold,
Sure.
one piece mold. Pull it right out, spray paint it red. You're done. Can't really f it up.
And what does this normally cost?
I think I paid $150 on Amazon for that.
Wow.
Fiberglass. The red's very close. The only thing is that it's got a smoked lens instead of a red lens. But from a movie, when you got it,
Most
you
people
can't
wouldn't
really
even
tell.
know.
I'm not even gonna mess with it.
Well, you know what though? It doesn't beat free from a guy's trunk in a parking lot.
It doesn't.
Yes.
So.
It doesn't.
Or
There's a
with
lot
big
of
crack in
things.
the head.
There's a lot of things.
I'll trade you.
There's a lot of things you can get for
Oh,
free in the trunk of the guy's parking lot,
Got a
and
deal on Craigslist.
that's one of them.
That is one of them. All right,
Yes.
moving on.
all right. So not that kind of show.
Not yet.
And then last but not least, the Bagger Scout EFX Legend Edition.
Hey,
That-
prop viewer.
That's an inside
Love
joke.
it. Love it.
That
Absolutely
is
love it.
Steve Altman's amazing post licensee doings. It's great. It's not 100%, but better than the Legend FX, which is an actual legend. It's an actual legend. It doesn't exist.
Only see it at Comic Con.
Yeah, I've seen it at Comic. Yeah,
There's one of
Right.
them at Comic
How
Con.
many years? 7 years in a row now? Oh,
Real quick,
Black
Kylo
Series.
Ren.
Black Series.
Okay.
Voice
well,
changer.
Well, we'll pull it down real quick.
Yeah, so-
Only because I love what it's a toy that you can go out to. You could buy. It's like what, $80?
Yep.
It's like $80.
Got a voice changer on it?
Got a voice
Turn it on.
changer on it. But they did a very, very, very good job on it. I mean, clearly, most people don't really like, the seam because the seam isn't accurate. If you really wanted to, you could go through, you can fill that seam, kind of glue it together. But all in all, I think that they did a really, really, really good job.
Yeah, absolutely. Speaking of things that you get for free, I got this for free from my real good friend Ashley Glenn because he bought one and wanted me to help him convert it to make it a little bit more accurate. And as part of payment, he gave me a second one. This was right when they came out and they were hard to find, but he went and asked in the back of the Target and they went and pulled two of them out for him. Basically, all we did was strip all of the garbage out of it, and I used a soldering iron to literally weld these seams shut.
That's what I did with mine.
Sanded them down, hid those seams, all this stuff. Spray painted it with a textured black to give it that kind of plastic dipped iron, scratchy looking stuff. Went in there with the soldering iron, made the actual scratches. Repainted it, weathered up the stuff, replaced the plastic lens with double layer mesh, put some foam on the inside, and called it good. And it actually turned out really nice. Now, compared to the really nice Innovos when it's like dead on, it's got some problems. But for $80 and an hour worth of work, it was actually not too bad. And you can find a tutorial on how to do exactly that on YouTube. Just search for it.
I want to see what's in here.
What's in here?
What's in the box?
This is my adult toy collection.
And it just became that kind of channel.
So here's my lightsabers. I used to have like
Funky, you know what these are?
Of course I do.
Is there an Obi-Wan in there?
These
sonic
are
screwdrivers.
These are sonic screwdrivers.
Hey Neil, is that a New Hope Obi-Wan?
Is that a, yeah, it's like my favorite.
This is Return of the Jedi Obi-Wan.
Can't get the focus here. God.
Oh, let me turn. Let me
What
turn.
kind of budget we got on the show?
Look at look. Ooh, look at that. Ooh.
Is it a tap lamp?
Shiny.
No, it's a yeah.
All right.
So I used to have like one of each character, even from the prequels, and then I really decided that I hated the prequels.
Hey!
I'm sorry.
High five,
I'm
bro.
sorry. Yeah. Ooh.
Dude, I'm telling you, who would trade like a Qui-Gon saber for like
So yeah. So I really just I wanted to go stick it back
It
to
was an Obi-Wan.
keep it back to old trilogy. So
Qui-Gon.
I'm not done with this. This is the Hasbro FX with the removable blade.
Oh.
Makes the shorting out sound when you have the blade out of it.
Whoa, looks good.
Compared
That looks really
to
good.
a real actual vintage Graflex.
Ooh. Why does everybody have a real Graflex?
Graflex,
on
except for
me.
you.
It's a little thicker.
That's
what she
what
said.
she said.
Ah.
Couple of details are off, but all in all,
That falls
a
into the
price.
category of
close enough.
Absolutely.
Close enough. And if I ever get a second one, Romans has the run of. I may get one of his, but for now this is good.
That's the
They're
that's the
fantastic.
Hasbro.
It's the Hasbro FX version with the blade. You pull the blade
What's
off.
that one run?
I don't know if they
don't-
make those
they don't
anymore.
make them anymore.
So they may be up there. This is an old Romans piecemeal from different runs, I think, left over. I got that from Gary Weaver a couple years
Oh,
ago.
nice. We were just talking about Gary Weaver.
MR, A New Hope, Vader. First thing I did was scratch off the Master Replicas logo that was right here, and never stuck it back in the box. It's dirty and it's gross, and I don't care. So these are, I guess, if I had a brand new one in the box, I don't care. I'm never gonna sell it. I don't care.
And Roman's about to start making those.
Mm-hmm.
Or MPPs.
Oh yeah, I've actually got an order for that, and I've already got my
Already got your kit?
I already got my kit ready for the grips and everything, ready for it to come in. So I'll scoot these down. So A New Hope, A New Hope, New Hope. I'll scoot them down, ESB, and then I'll have all my Return Jedis. Anyway, next, vintage Graflex. This is actually a real HP bus connector.
Ooh.
It's real. It's real. Everybody talks about what they actually look like, and everybody says like it's got rounded traces, it's got square traces. There's the back of it, the color of the actual board. Roy got really close, except for the thickness of the traces. Everybody argues back and forth. This is a real one off of. Second red button, real red button. The one thing is that this is the Blastech grips. I need to go get Roy's. Sorry, not Roy for the card. Sloth Furnace. Sorry. I need to get Roy's grips and redo those eventually because it still has the rivets on it. Before we knew they were screws. But otherwise, pretty close. Rilo. Also got that from Gary Weaver. Woohoo, Gary!
Okay.
And then this is Anakin Starkiller's V2 and my stencils. I'm the one that did the stencils. I made kind of the same way I did with the Boba Fett, where you stick the stencils on, spray paint it, and pull it off to replicate the paint chips. Made a set of stencils to fit these and sold them at $15 a pop.
Did you study the screen caps?
I did. It was whenever the guy who owns it posted had a panel at Celebration a couple years ago, pictures of the real prop, and we took those pictures. I mean, there's a huge thread on it. Warped them, tried to unwarp them, tried to change the perspective on them. And I spent hours trying to meticulously trace around what I thought. There's some spots that are wrong because you just couldn't ever, from the angle of the shots we have, you could never see this underside. So that part's a tiny bit off. A couple of things like that, but for the most part, I got it pretty close. And then of course there was a new video that got released with him and Mark Hamill talking about the prop.
Oh yeah.
And so now there's better screenshots of it. And I'm actually going through these screenshots and go, I actually got that pretty close. So it's not 100%, I'd say 95, but it's pretty close. Anyway, so I sold these at $15 a pop, and I'm surprised at how many people wanted them. I kept ordering. I'd run out. They wouldn't want it more. Kept running out. So I ended up.
It's a good way to get a good.
I quit a good paint job
without
quickly.
a lot of work.
Yeah.
I mean, there's.
So he did one. Soul Is Whole did a version. So I did two sets of these, 5 runs each, And from the leftovers, I was actually able to fund a very good majority of my R2.
We're going to get a nice little in-depth talk with him. But that was an awesome
Really long.
tour.
That's okay.
We'll break it up into parts.
You have no idea how
He's an editing
long Armando's prop room tour is. But wanted to say, first off, amazing prop room again. But Mr. Tour Trent, I wanted to say thank you again.
Sure, absolutely.
And we're going to go drink the rest of your beer. And, dude, super thanks.
All right.
And I gotta tell you, it looks pretty darn good.
Let's Star Trek shit out of here.
Yeah.
You knew what it was, though.